Hey there folks, it's Boot Zone here. We've got this 5-ring gas hob. It's on bottled gas, so it's got a pipe straight out through the wall. Bizarrely, 4 out of the 5 fail-safe thermocouples have died in this machine, so it wouldn't be an economical repair to replace them. This one still works, but it's basically a 1-ring hob at the moment, so I'm going to swap it out. First thing I'm going to do is turn off the gas outside. So outside, this is the kind of arrangement that's here, so you can turn that gas off there, and just to be doubly safe, just disconnect the bottle. So you've got a hose going to a copper pipe that's got a plastic or PVC coating on it going through the wall, and we'll see that again on the other side. So one thing that's important to mention about gas is that gas is dangerous and that you shouldn't do this if you don't know a little bit about gas. Although that said, I'm not qualified to do it and I'm not doing it in the United Kingdom, so I don't really care. I'll show you what I do to make it so that I think it's safe, and if you disagree, please write it in the comments. Right, this thing isn't held in with anything, there's no clips on it, so it just folds up in this case. If there is, there might be clips underneath. Here is a piece of flexible rubber hosing going to the inlet on the machine. This one's plugged in as well by the looks of things. So this black cable is for the spark, and that goes over under behind the fridge, and the fridge is a fitted appliance. I imagine, looking from the screws coming in at weird angles, is well attached, so we're going to have a bit of fun there. And in there behind the fridge, loads of cracks in the wall, a double outlet, one for the fridge and one for the cooker. And that cooker one, look at the wiring on that, eh? So for expediency's sake, I'm just going to cut that cable. And the old one's out. So it comes with a load of stickers in this conversion kit. The device is manufactured to natural gas, that's town gas, but we're using it with LPG, which is the bottled gas type, so we need to change the injectors, the little nozzles, the little brass nozzles there, and they're quite specific and they have to go in the right place. So let's get it the right way around. The injector nozzles are stamped with a value. You can see that one's 50, 72 up here, and so that corresponds with the values on this side, which is the LPG table. So we've got to take out the bigger nozzles that are in it at the moment. Nozzles in this tell you on them what the aperture size is in decimals of a millimeter, and it's a 7mm socket. If I loosen off all 4, and you can see the difference there. That's the one for LPG on this side, and this side here is the one for town gas. So it's 1.15 of an opening, and this is 0.87 mil. But it has a different flare on it, completely different flare. That's better. So we've replaced the nozzles, so let's replace the sticker over there. And because I need to get the cable in, I need to route the cables, I need to get in here, unscrew these. It says live and neutral on it, so we're okay. So I've just offered up the unit to the hole, and of course it's not the right size. I guess I've got to make the hole bigger. So I've chopped out all of the worktop to make it the size and shape that I wanted for the cooker to fit in. I put in the little washer that comes with the fitting. I got a new one of these nipples to bring the hose outside to the gas cylinder. This up. So I have it all screwed together now, and I've just lit it to check that gas is purged through the pipe, and then I'm going to lift it over again and do a gas seal test on it with some soapy water. So I have some test solution here. It's just soapy water. I'm putting it on there, and I want to see if any of the bubbles I want to see if any of these bubbles here are going to give me an indication that the gas is leaking. It doesn't look like it. Appears alright to me. So the other thing that I've done is put this sticky strip all around the edge, and that'll lock it in place. Then underneath we've got to fit some screws. So there are these arrows, one there, one there, one there, and one there, and they'll grip the top down. So just there, the clips underneath, you just screw them onto the corners. There's one on the back there as well, and it's the same on the other side. So we know that they're all working, and when we go and turn them off, we're going to listen for 4 clicks. Four clicks. Do you hear them there? Dunk, 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 they came. Those are the fail-safes. I'll turn on 2 of them again. Those are the fail-safes going out, so there should be 2 this time. You heard them there. Those are the fail-safes going out, so that if the gas was left on and there was a leak, because there's no heat coming to the thermocouples anymore, cuts off the supply of the gas. And that's what those clicks are, and you need to hear them. So that's it. So I'm going to tidy up, and that's how I installed this gas hob. You definitely shouldn't do it unless you're a qualified gas installer. Thanks for watching. See you later.